If you're one of the unfortunate ones who've had to ask the question, how in the heck did I get water in the trunk of my Maserati? Stick around, I'll show you how to diagnose and solve that problem. One of the greatest days of my life in the last year was the day I brought home my Maserati GranTurismo. So you can imagine the horror when I went to open up the trunk and realized it's full of water. Yes, water in the trunk. It really wasn't until I went to go look at the battery that I could see that down at the bottom of this tub, there was about 3 inches of water just sloshing around there, almost up to where the battery tray is. The rest of the trunk was completely dry. Not a drop anywhere, no sign of where this water was coming from. And so that began the long journey to figure this out. And what I learned is that there are two ingress points where water most commonly enters the trunk. So the first is around the fuel tank fill-up neck. This is the neck, and there's a gap between it and the body where water can seep in into here, and it makes its way down into the trunk. Now, I have added this ring. We sell this kit here at MaseratiMods.com, which includes a gasket that prevents that water from seeping in there. The ring also has some benefits around filling up on some of the modern pumps that require a good flat surface to seal against. The second area is around the tail lights. Either tail light, water seeps in through here, anywhere along here really, and it makes its way back behind. Water can also come in this way through here and make its way down into the trunk. And this was the problem that I had. All right, in order to diagnose where the leak is coming from, you're going to need to remove the paneling from the inside of the trunk. You can see there's a combination of hex head, bolts, Phillips head screws. So all this is going to need to come out. Over here as well. The back paneling is going to need to come out. There's a Phillips head screw here. And then there's some caps on here that are going to need to come out. The side here is probably going to need to come out as well. I think you can probably leave the back paneling in. Now, I didn't include a video of dismantling the trunk, but it's pretty straightforward. There are a bunch of torque screws and plastic clips you need to pop out to get access to the tub at the bottom of the trunk. And here you can see where the tub meets the back wall of the trunk, which also had 2 inches of foam rubber adhered to it for insulation. That was absorbing the water and why the trunk kept filling up with water. You can see the corrosion from those torque screws being underwater all that time. On the light. See it. There you can see the reflection of the stream going down. Really hard to see. It's coming out a little crack right there. In case we know that the water is coming out right at this little at the seam, right, in fact at the divot is where you see the water. In fact, some just got on the flashlight, and then it's seeping down here, and you can see there's a little bit of the tub connects to this, but there's just enough of a flat area here that the water is pooling up there, and then it's making its way into the tub here, over the tub edge, and filling up the tub area, and also getting absorbed by the piece of foam that's here against the wall. All right, and you can see the area that I've epoxied there, used JB Weld, and we're going to go ahead and try to add some water here And see how this holds up. Put that paper towel under there so you could see if it gets wet. All right, we have a good stream of water going in there. And so far looks really good. I see no water at all trickling out. We call this a success. I ended up taking the battery out of the tub and the bracket and a lot more, thinking that maybe I could remove the tub. The good news is that you really don't need to do that. You do need to pull the tub back enough so that you can get to that crease and fix that. So, but I think you should be able to wedge it as long as you find something to hold it. I'm actually just put a baseball under there. You should be okay. You shouldn't have to remove everything. And I tested out the right side of the tub as well. There's no leak, but I went ahead and put some epoxy on the same crease just in case. All right, and I have added a couple of these spacers here just to these two, so that in the event water ever does get in here again, there's a little bit of a gap here so that water can flow underneath the tub versus spilling into the tub. All right, I'm reinstalling this foam padding here, and I am leaving a finger width gap at the bottom. So again, if there's issues, it's not going to wick up into this pad. All right, the final step is to just put everything back together. All the Torx and all those plastic clips. And then finally the cover. Done. I left the car outside for a couple rainy days just to see if any water was finding its way into the trunk. And fortunately, it was bone dry. So problem seems to be solved. All right, and that's how I found the leak in my trunk. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.